Hello my fellow freedom builders and welcome back to the channel. If you remember, in December I started a series called Stock of the Day and I did a simple screen which was the long-term TPI trend should be up, the weekly TPI should be in some sort of oversold accumulation phase, either going down or up. Then there should be a 10% upside to what the analyst estimated for the earnings per share growth over the next couple of years, where we used our value chart, and yeah, we put a $10 billion minimum market cap in. That's it. I went through them. I made several videos as to how I picked the different stocks. But the fact is that I have picked 9 stocks so far, some from US, some from Scandinavia, and it has been about a month since we started, a month and a few days, and I thought I would make a quick update just to see how has everything been doing over the last month. So, if we look at the S&P 500 from when I started, that was the 11th of December where I took my first position on, and there was a good ending of the year here, and then it has been basically sideways going ever since. So S&P 500 since the 11th of January, if we take the starting price here, then the S&P 500 is up something like 3.3% ish, just about 3%. So let's have a look at how these stock of the days stocks have been doing over the same time period. Now remember, I only started out just buying one stock at a time. I could have up to 10 stocks in the portfolio. I'm using the portfolio module here in MyStockScanner, of course. And as you can see, the blue line here, the blue colored area, that is the portfolio. And the gray line here is our benchmark, which is the S&P 500 in this case. Now, as we can see, just from the returns over here, we can see that the total return so far has been 5.18% on the portfolio. The S&P 500 in the same times have done, this one says 3.6%, but the futures is a bit down today, so let's see where it ends. But that means that we have outperformed by 1.5% or something like that just over the last month. Sharpe ratio and Sortino, well, as you know, these are where you're looking at the CAGR divided by the volatility, and we can't really use them yet. Of course, we can compare them and say, okay, the Sharpe ratio, meaning the return compared to the volatility, meaning a risk-adjusted return, basically, is double the size of the S&P 500. But a month in, we cannot really use this number for much yet. The Sortino ratio is where we are only looking at the return compared to the downside volatility, and that is just insanely high. That will, of course, also come down over time. So as you can see, the NAV 105.18, that means we have made these 5.18%. Max drawdown of the portfolio is 1.2%, whereas the S&P 500 has had a drawdown around 2%. Volatility is lower, which also causes a better Sharpe and Sortino. So all in all, well, so far this is a fairly good setup, and it only takes, well, a couple of minutes to find the stocks. We're using the screener, just saying, well, we know that the TPI is giving us an edge, so we're looking for a long-term uptrend, an oversold on the weekly, and then some fundamental details to help us a bit so that the analysts actually think there is a good upside in the company. And as you know, if you have seen my Stock of the Day videos, I take the estimates from the analyst and then I make them a lot worse, just to see if we still have a decent setup, even if the analysts are completely wrong. So what can we say so far? Well, a CAGR of 60% per year. To be honest, I don't expect 60% in a year, just as well as the S&P 500 probably won't make 38% per year. So this will, of course, come down. There will be retracements in the market, and we are looking into a possibly quite a volatile year with rumors about interest rates. We are going into an earnings season now where there's a lot of doubt as to how much the interest rates will affect the earnings and so on. But overall, I think we are in a good place with the stock of the day. And well, I will keep tracking it, and I will keep buying and selling and make some videos about the different positions I am taking and selling. Remember, I'm not doing this live, so you shouldn't trade from the videos you watch me making. Just use it as inspiration and some educational videos, and learn how to use the screener. And well, as always, my stock scanner, you can use it free for 14 days, and after that you can actually still use it. There's just some restriction on it. I'll put a link to it below, and then you can go in and test it for yourself. That's all for today. Take care of yourself and your money out there, and I'll be back with another stock of the day shortly. Bye.